Okay, so boom, the transformation story from monster to minister. So when I signed my deal in 2010 on special aggravated robbery, special aggravated kidnapping, first degree premeditated murder, 3 counts of felony murder, and then the additional where I got the 1 year from was the escape charge. At that time, I'm being held on 23-1 in maximum security. I'm in River Bend in Nashville, Tennessee, on Cockrell Bend Boulevard, and I'm being held there because no jail in the 19th district want to hold me on the strip for the escape charge. Oh, I'm free. He's a runner. He's a track star. He gonna run away. He gonna get far. I ain't going to jail. Take the handcuffs and shackles off. So after I signed my deal, they take me back to River Bend. When we pull in the Sallyport, they tell us at the Sallyport that they can't accept me in because now I am officially TDOC material. So we leave out of there and they think they can take me to Charles Badge, which was a classification penitentiary at the time. We pull up in that Sallyport. When they pull up, get what they tell them? Hey, we got an inmate in the back, you know what I'm saying? He just signed for his deal, you know what I'm saying? He can go and come in, you know what I'm saying? He can go through classification. Y'all do whatever y'all want to do with him. They said, oh, who you got back here? They said, oh, we got Baker back here. They said, which Baker y'all got back here? He said, Joe Baker, man, you know, I think he was down here with y'all a couple. He said, oh, no. We don't want Baker back down here, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me call the captain down here real quick. They called the captain come out there. The captain walk his little bow-legged tail out there. He come back here, he said, I done took your time, what time to give you back? I said, I ain't getting nothing but 11 years, you know what I'm saying? He said, what? 11 years? He said, man, God bless you, boy. God bless you. He said, boy, God bless you with all them charges. He said, but look, y'all gonna have to take him back down there to y'all jail. He gonna have to go through the process everybody else go through. So at the time, I ain't even gonna lie, I felt a little good about that. Because guess what? I just did 2 years and 3 months on maximum security. I ain't even really trying to go to general population right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? My mind already going crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm paranoid at the time. I'm a little spooked, but I ain't shaky. So look, check this out. They take me back to the jail, which it felt good a little bit because I got to get around some familiar faces, people that I know. You know what I'm saying? I got to kick it in the jail for 2-3 days. So after 2-3 days go back, you know what I'm saying? This time goes to penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? Listen to them. They pull up skirt. We come out handcuffs and shackles. Dramatic effect me, please. I'm getting a ride with some people I know, so I'm a little cool, I'm a little comfortable, you know what I'm saying? But on the way there, don't get it twisted now. Deep inside, you know what I'm saying? The kid got them bubble guts, you know what I'm saying? Kid got them bubble guts, you know what I'm saying? Might use the restroom soon as I get off here, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little concerned about going to prison, but where I'm going, my uncle there, he fired Deuce Hoover. You know what I'm saying? He had a little status, even though he had changed his life and gave his life to Christ, you know what I'm saying? Most definitely one of them people when you get there, you know what I'm saying, you want a name drop. So I'm already listening to, this is chess, this is not checkers. I done already said to myself, you know what I'm saying, I'm 2 steps ahead. I'm finna make a strategic, calculated move. When somebody, as soon as I get there and they hit me with, hey, what's up, homie, where you from, you know what I'm saying, what's your name? Just like they do everywhere else, I'm gonna tell them for my name, say I'm from Springfield, and then as soon as I respond, be like, oh, that what's up, hey, but y'all know too? That's my way of saying, you know what I'm saying? I know somebody that got some status in here, so don't get no bright ideas with me. You know what I'm saying? That's the move for me. So we get to the prison, right? When we get to the prison, they put us in a little area where you can't even get the general population. So I don't even get to see them. But I end up seeing some inmates who come back there and work in classification. I tell them, man, tell my uncle I'm down here. So my uncle trying to get it situated where I can stay down here with him. But my points was too high to push me on close. They didn't have a close unit at West High at the time. So they end up sending me to Northwest. When I get to Northwest, that's a situation where I almost was gonna get stabbed because I passed weed to the wrong person. I leave Northwest, my daddy get me transferred to Turner Center. When I get to Turner Center, me, my brother, and my daddy at the same prison. My daddy got moved because of the tobacco. I moved my brother in the cell with me. He tried to buck me, tried to little brother me and little boy me in there. Now penitentiary rules is in effect. Family or not, I had the Jean-Claude Van Damme in the cell. Beat my brother up, almost killed him. After that, I moved down to the bottom of the hill. A little bit after I moved to the bottom of the hill, I get out of GD. Once I got out of GD, a couple of months after that, my daddy get me moved to the prison where he at the time, which was Northeast. When we get to Northeast, I get in the cell with my pops. I end up going with the correction officer, getting engaged to her. She bringing us the bomb in, everything running smooth and everything running proper. A little bit after that, they moved my daddy, hoping they can catch me. They can't catch me. They catch me with a little weed, not with the gal, but they hoping they gonna be able to finesse me into telling on the girl so I can stay at the penitentiary because I was working at the wood plant. For some reason in the penitentiary administration feel like inmates don't want to go to certain places because certain penitentiaries feel like a privilege. They paying real good money, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting $300-400 $400 a month at the wood plant. Not only that, it's laid back, it's chill. They're going to let you do what you want to do as long as you out of the way. And one thing for sure, two things for certain, that Northeast don't play about is people running around here doing whatever they want to do. Listen, they're going to get rid of you. Northeast is almost like it's a privileged prison to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? They order ice cream at certain times of the month, chicken and all this old stuff. So they try to finesse me. No. I tell y'all, well, y'all can see me anywhere in the state, you know what I'm saying? I'm good. I end up getting moved to West High. Commercial break me, please. What they didn't know was my uncle was down there. My uncle had changed his life. And one thing for sure, two things for certain. What we are not able to see in the spiritual realm, especially when it comes to the Most High, is when he's about to get ready to make his move. Now, he's always making his move. It just the Most High is he do everything in decent and in order. You can't rush the process. You got to trust the process. And even though we don't understand the process, you best believe that it's a process going on. See, I didn't grow up in the church. I don't know no church songs to this day. I don't know no church hymn. Listen to me, I couldn't quote no scriptures. I was that child that mama said, all right, we're going to church. But my mama go with the biggest dope boy in the city at the time. And when I say the biggest dope boy in the city at the time, he was the biggest dope boy at the city, the one who was at the top, even though he was from our hometown, but he didn't live down now. So it really made him the number one. We're going to church, you know what I'm saying? But guess what? And everything that we got, majority of everything, 95% of everything we got is paid for with drug money. But when we in the church, guess what? I'm the child who falling asleep. My mama had to pee me. Boy, you better wake up. I can get up. I don't know what this man up here talking about. Matter of fact, I don't know if nobody in the building know what this man was talking about. And I'm going to tell you why. I mean, this ain't no attack on the church, but everybody who was there, guess what? I knew them. If they wasn't cousins, family, this and that, they were people that I knew in the neighborhood. They were still living their best life and doing whatever they were doing after they left out of the church. But when we went into the church, everybody shaking hands, everybody hugging, everybody smiling, and soon we get in the car, my mama get on the car phone. You know what I'm saying? That's when Tim had to be in. You know what I'm saying? She get on the car phone and she gossiping about all them folks in there already. Girl, that she had on such and such, and then such and such was there, and they know he's sleeping with such and such and such and such. Sometimes them church folk could be the worst folk. So look, check this out. I don't know nothing about the word, but I talk to the Most High the way that I knew to talk to the Most High. I have a relationship, but it's the only kind of relationship I know to have with him. Ain't nobody pray with me. I have never had somebody pray with me on the street. I had always had people tell me they were going to pray for me. I ain't never heard nobody quote no scripture over me, speak into me, speak some life into me. I never in my life had that. So I'm getting transferred to this prison. When I get off the bus, I'm going through the process of whatever, and the woman asked me my name, you know what I'm saying? She run my number to me, and this is that. I'm looking at her, she looking at me, we looking at each other. My little chocolate, little junk too, you know what I'm saying? I just left the penitentiary, you know what I'm saying? Having to move, and information move very fast in the penitentiary. Rumors spread real fast in the penitentiary. It go from one prison to the next real fast. So 9 times out of 10, they familiar with why certain inmates done got moved to certain prisons. And 9 times out of 10, this woman probably know, this the one that was up there supposed to be, messing with that lady up there. And if you got that kind of swag about yourself, you got that kind of reputation about yourself, you know what I'm saying? You kind of already like a green light, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at her and I'm thinking to myself, you know what I'm saying? I wonder if she know who I am, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna go and shoot my shot at her right now, because I'm getting to this penitentiary, and I'm really saying to myself, I'm kind of tired. Because this is right after this dude called me the police. I ain't GD no more. You know what I'm saying? This Crip dude done called me the police, and I'm worried about if he called down here and told, you know what I'm saying, everybody that I'm the police and I'm finna have to get off the bus. These folks probably ain't even finna give me time to explain and try to talk about whatever. It's gonna be a misunderstanding immediately. So while this woman talking, I'm like, I was like, man, you know Tom? She was like, who you talking about, Christopher Williams? I said, yeah. She said, oh yeah, he in the unit where you going to. And when she said that, even though I don't know nothing about no church, it's something about a feeling. It said, when we say it was something, when she said that it was something, that it was like, it's my time. Like I could hear it in my spirit. Like I done did what I wanted to do on the streets. I done did what I wanted to do in prison. I end up with 11 years sentence and 30% because of my charges. I ain't been stabbed. I ain't got into no deep situation. I done been protected. I done been shielded. And at this point, cause my uncle had changed his life, to me, this was a clear sign that it's my time. So I get my stuff right, and I'm pushing my cart. As I'm pushing my cart, the count must have had just cleared because it ain't a lot of people on the compound at the time. So when I'm walking, I start seeing some people come out of the gate in the unit where I'm going to. So this one big, I'm talking about huge. This dude, he see me from a distance. Now keep in mind, at this point, I done been to 5-6 prisons at this time. I done been to 5-6 prisons. I done been a little bit of everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And it's always inmates getting shuffled, so you never know when you're going to run into somebody that you done been somewhere else with. This man see me from a distance. He said, man, your name Joe T. I ain't even listen to me. I'm thinking to myself, man, here we go. You know what I'm saying? So I done positioned myself already in my head what I'm finna do. You know how you done already planned out a fight? By the time I get right there, if he make a move, I'm gonna Jean-Claude Van Damme, you know what I'm saying? Right here, this what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna step over here, I'm gonna push the card into him. I done already calculated the move on how I'm gonna go ahead and try to knock him down to my side. Cause this guy was about 6'6". Listen, he about 6'6", probably about 290. I said, oh yeah, I might take this L, but they gonna say Joe T was there though. So I'm pushing the car, right? And by the time I get to him, he pointed at me. That's already kind of disrespectful in the penitentiary. He was like, man, you Joe T, ain't you? I let go of the car instantly. Hey, what's up? He said, man, what, man? He said, oh, man, I got to run up here to the clinic real quick. I'm going to holler at you when I get back. I said, nah, you know, holler at me right now. Like, what's up? He was like, nah. He was like, ain't nothing like that, homie. He was like, ain't nothing like that. He was like, man, I just got to run to the clinic real quick. He was like, but you Joe T, right? I said, oh, he playing penitentiary game. He playing real penitentiary game. I turn around. I don't even, because he keep walking. He don't even stop. I turn around and say, man, what's up, homie? He was like, man, ain't nothing like you. He was like, I'm gonna holler at you when I get back. He said, man, you going in the unit, such. I was like, yeah. I'm thinking, man, word done travel. Somebody done called down here, something going on. So I walk on in the unit, right? The woman done already told me that my uncle is in the unit. So as soon as I walk in, they pop the door. Soon as they close the door, the officer tell me that we on lockdown because the officer done got stabbed down here. So I'm thinking, I'm kind of like, okay, cool. We on lockdown, I can get situated, ain't finna be a bunch of moving going on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta worry about running into somebody I ain't gotta worry about none of that. So I asked the CO, I'm like, Tune in here, ain't it? He was like, yeah. I was like, what cell in? He said, oh, he over at 13 cell. So instantly, when he tell me what cell I'm in, he tell me give me a minute so he can come up here and lock the door and let me in. My son at the time was working at the kitchen, so he down at the kitchen. So I tell him, I said, man, if you don't mind, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go over and holler at Tune real quick. He said, oh yeah, you going over and holler at Tune, good brother, man, you going over and holler at Tune. I get the instantly, oh yeah, that's my uncle. He said, huh? That's your uncle? I said, yeah, Tune my uncle. I said, you know what I'm saying, that's my dad's brother, you know what I'm saying, they got the same dad. He said, oh, what's up? He said, I ain't gonna have to worry about you then. I said, nah, you ain't never have to worry about me. Little do he know, deep down inside, you know what I'm saying, even though I know I heard what I heard in my spirit at the time, wasn't clear what was going on in my spirit at the time, I'm most definitely finna get down here and play my cards, and on the back end, I'm finna get me a cell phone, probably finna get me a little tobacco, where I can get me a store running. If I can run into some decent prices on some weed, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna get the weed, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be in here selling thimbles. You know what I'm saying, I'm most definitely gonna get my bread. If I don't do nothing, I'm gonna get my money in the penitentiary. I'm gonna take care of myself. So look, check this out. So I walk over to the door, you know what I'm saying, pop. Keep in mind, I had been sitting in the hole for about 30 to 45 days because they were trying to get me caught up with their gas. So hair done grew on my face, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking a little rough. I ain't had no haircut. These folks been on lockdown too. So my uncle come to the door, right? He was like, oh, what's going on? What's up? Soon as he said that let me know he didn't even know who I was. So I'm looking at him, he looking at me, we looking at each other. This is the first time I done seen my uncle since my granddaddy's funeral, which was what, 2003. It was long time ago. I only seen my uncle once ever in my life, you know what I'm saying? But people always compared me to my uncle if they wasn't comparing me to my daddy, you know what I'm saying, about being out the chain. So I'm like, man, what's up, man? I was like, man, you don't know who I am? And he looked for a second, he said, nah, he said, who is you? And I'm kind of hurt at the time. I'm like, what? Like, this my uncle. Like, this my granddaddy. This my granddaddy's son. Like, I'm like, I said, what's up? I said, man, you don't know who I am? He said, Tommy? He thinking this my daddy. I said, no, man. He said, who is you then? I said, man, it's Boo. He said, Boo? He said, nephew? He said, man, what's going on, nephew, man? What you doing down here? When he asked me what I was doing, I could hear it in his voice. He automatically trying to say that I done got into something I ain't had no business being into. Now I'm down here. He trying to make sure I ain't ran over there to him for protection. I said, man, you know, I had a little this, a little that going on, you know what I'm saying? They done shit me down here, you know what I'm saying? I'll tell you about it later on. He said, man, what's going on? He was like, man, you straight, ain't you? I said, yeah, I'm straight. He said, you affiliated? You still with the business? You still with the folks? I said, nah, I been got out of that 2-3 years ago. I been got out of that. He said, well, I'm gonna let you know right up top. He said, right off the top. He said, listen, if you got anything to do with Christ and something like that, you know what I'm saying, something positive, some motivation, you know what I'm saying, I can help you. He said, but anything else you want to get into and got going on in, he said, listen, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I can't help you, you know what I'm saying? I can't help you. I said, no. I said, I ain't even on all that. I said, you know what I'm saying? I really want to get into the, you know what I'm saying, get into the Bible. He said, is that what you want to do? He said, that what you want? I said, yeah. He said, yeah, but he said, well, when we come out the lockdown, you know what I'm saying, we're going to get together, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you do whatever it is you need to do. You know what I'm saying, you need to get a job, you need to do this, you need to do that. I'm not knowing how much, you know what I'm saying, power, influence, and status my uncle really got at the time, because I only done heard about it, you know what I'm saying. I used to send my uncle dope and stuff to the penitentiary. He'd call it now and then, ask for a gal or something, you know what I'm saying, I always heard about it. But I don't really know how much power my uncle got in the penitentiary. So I gone up. The officer finally tell me, all right, I got your door open. He go up there, you know what I'm saying? I go up there, I'm getting situated, and I'm looking around in my cell. Cell at the time. Man, I'm saying to myself, boy, it's somebody I got to feed, you know what I'm saying? Because in the penitentiary, that's really what you want to run into a cell that somewhat reciprocate what you bring to the table. You hate having them sellers, you know what I'm saying? They might be clean, but they ain't got none. You gotta feed them. And you run through commissary real fast in the penitentiary when you gotta feed your city. So I'm noticing, I'm like, man, what is all this guy? But then I see his cooler, it's got ice in it and it's kind of in overflow. So when I look down at the cooler, I said, oh, well, my son in the kitchen, man. What is you? My son in the kitchen, man. He got a couple of sandwiches down there. I'm thinking, oh, we good then. You know what I'm saying? My son gonna bring whatever he got to bring to the table from the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? We got to chop up some hamburger meat, some chicken patty, whatever from the kitchen, you know what I'm saying, and put it in a wrap. My son got something to bring. I said, so all right, we probably gonna be good. We good. So I'm in here, you know what I'm saying? I'm unpacking, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting situated, you know what I'm saying? And while I'm getting situated, the dope pop. So when the dope pop, I turn around, I'm looking at him, he looking at me, we looking at each other. And I noticed off the top, I said, man, he look familiar. He was like, man, what's up? And both of us kind of paused. He was like, man, where you were locked up at Joe? He was like, man, I've been locked up with you somewhere, man. He was like, man, what's your name, homie? I said, Joe T. He said, man, the Hooper. He said, the Hooper. I said, yeah. I said, where you were locked up? I said, where we were locked up together? He said, man, we was at Wilder together, man. He said, man, you the one. I said, yeah. He said, man, what you doing in the penitentiary, Joe T, man? He said, man, what is you doing in the penitentiary? He said, I thought I was gonna see you on TV in the NBA or something. I said, man, you know, man, got into the streets and stuff, did this and that. He said, matter of fact, I remember reading about you. He said, man, you was in the news. He said, man, you was on the news and everything. He said, man, when I seen you, I said, man, dude must have started using drugs or something. I said, using drugs? Why everybody I always think because somebody getting in trouble and doing stuff, they gotta be using drugs. I said, nah, I ain't using no drugs. I ain't never did a drug a day in my life. He was like, man, dang, that's crazy. So he pulled the door right, pow. Me and him started having a little conversation, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to him, he talking back, you know what I'm saying? We conversing, you know what I'm saying? He running down to me how this compound roll, you know what I'm saying? What the affiliates be on, how they be moving. He telling me, you know what I'm saying, what to look for at shower security, because you got to look for certain things at certain prisons. So while he running it down to me, he let me know, you know what I'm saying, he crippin'. So as soon as he tell me he crippin', I'm like, man, I don't know, listen, I ain't been in the cell with no Crips, you know what I'm saying? If I have, they got moved out real quick. But anytime you in the cell with them Crips, you know what I'm saying, when they homeboys and stuff come over, you know, it's a different vibe. And I'm already saying to myself, I ain't even gonna lie to you, I ain't finna be in the cell with no Crip, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, I'm finna holler it up, I'm gonna have to get up out of here. I ain't even finna jail with no Crip. I'm not finna, that ain't even gonna work. Even though he laid back, he mature, you know what I'm saying? He got an OG mindset, even though he wasn't OG status, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't even trying to deal with that. And at the prison where I just got to, my child partner is down here as well. The dude I got in trouble with. But see, me and him been separated ever since he did what he done down there in Turnison. They shipped him, he went to Max, he get out Max, go to Close. When he got out Close, he come down there to West High. He down here at West High. So where it spread pretty fast, you know what I'm saying? And he a Crip, my child partner a Crip. So when he go to the kitchen, boom, 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 where it done spread. So soon as we come off the lockdown, right? Of course I go down here and holler at my uncle. My uncle asked me, you know what I'm saying, you and your celly straight? Yeah, me and my celly straight. I ain't even like how my uncle was trying to check on me, right? He trying to check on me like, you know what I'm saying, somebody just gonna push me around up in here. Listen to me, I ain't affiliated no more, but at the same time, listen, don't be trying to ask me questions like you got to protect me in here, huh? You know what I'm saying? We ain't even doing nothing. You like, I'm just checking, you know what I'm saying? You know, cause my best friend crossed up, you know what I'm saying, crossed the way right there, you know what I'm saying? He getting ready to move his celly out, you know what I'm saying? If you want to, I can move you. I ain't met who he talking about yet, you know what I'm saying? So I tell him, yeah, we